Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 11 of the first season of Achieve and Leave. This will be our final episode at Chelsea. We've got 2 games. We'll find out if we are or are not going to win the Premier League in our first season of the Achieve and Leave. We haven't been successful in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup or the Europa League. We did win the Community Shield. Yay. So I'd very much like to add the Premier League to our trophy cabinet, our managerial trophy cabinet, before we end this season. Once I've played the 2 games, we'll do a quick season roundup and then we'll have a look at what jobs are available for us to potentially move to and for you guys to vote upon at the end of the episode. But don't skip and vote now, because I'm probably going to go through and go through and, you know, have a look in more detail at those particular clubs. So make sure you watch the full video first, but we'll start with this home game against Watford. Then we've got Leicester away from home at the end of the episode. We could win the Premier League in this game against Watford, or with this game against Watford, if City fail to win and we are victorious. Let's hope that happens. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on Season 2. There'll be a Career Mode RTG episode later on today, of course, as well. But let's hope we can start today with a Premier League victory. Right then, the Watford team that stand in our way, potentially, of winning the Premier League at home on the penultimate day. Femenia, Mariappa, Kabasele and Zegala sit in front of Ben Foster. Hughes, Chaloba, Doucouré and Kittel as the midfield four, with Andre Gray and Dale Afeyu at striker again, as was the case last time we played Watford. I think we scored a couple of times and beat them last time we played Watford. We know that a win, if City fail to do the same, will be enough here for us to win the Premier League. If City lose, then a point would be enough here for us to win the Premier League. But of course, you don't want to win the league crawling over the line. Let's make sure we get 3 points, win in style, and give the fans something to cheer about. Here's Dale Afeyu. Turns well. Thiago Silva stands tall and jumps in. Eden Hazard could look for the runner, Willian. Does look for the runner, Willian, but Kabasele gets it away. Oh, but Willian's stolen it back. Mauro Icardi's been one of our best goal scorers this season, and does so again. He's not far away from being the league's top goal scorer. That's his 16th, I believe, of the league season. Hazard is on 18, and Harry Kane is on 19. So Eden Hazard stands a great chance of winning the Golden Boot. Mauro Icardi stands an outside chance of winning the Golden Boot. We'll wait and see if Leicester and Watford ship quite a few goals against us. We could be getting some individual accolades for players as well as the team trophy too. Conte. Hazard. It's not that back to Modric. There's Willian. There's Icardi. There's Eden Hazard. As we mentioned, in for the Golden Boot. And level with Harry Kane on 19 goals. Chelsea 2, Watford 0. We're doing our bit. Are whoever Manchester City are playing doing theirs? We're not sure. I'll let you know what the score is in their game at half-time. His 19th goal of the Premier League, Eden Hazard. Certainly one of the standout talents this season. Saved us a point at Old Trafford in the last episode. Got us a penalty against Burnley as well. He's been, well, basically the entire front. I was going to say he's been the best of the front three. But then I remembered how many games Willian has saved us in and how many goals Mauro Icardi has scored this season. All 3 of them up top have been incredible for us. Hazard could knock this back across to a teammate, but he can't get to the ball. We'll stay at just 2 goals to 0. We could fight back, Watford. They're not the worst side in the world, but they haven't threatened at all yet here. Hazard, rather motionless there, was hoping he was going to try and make a break for the back post. He has now made the break for the back post. Willian will cross it in. Conte was the man that was going to be underneath that. Modric laid that in front of Kovacic. We could be making it 3. We are. Conte onside. That couldn't have fallen kinder for him. We are winning this game in style. Are we winning the Premier League in style? Great hit from Kovacic. And Angolo couldn't miss. Oh, this was much better. Why couldn't I have done this in the last episode? Still down the line looking for Andre Gray. obviously going to win that foot race, even though Rudiger's one of the fastest defenders in the Premier League. Doucouré finds Ketel, gets that to Nathaniel Chaloba. To Doucouré again, quickly to Ketel. And the effort held well by Kepa. They've been poor going forward, Watford. And when they have had the opportunity on goal, as per that occasion, good save by our goalkeeper. 3-0 up at half-time and coasting. Hughes again. Oh, Kovacic literally just dragged that away from the defender. Really not having a good game here, Watford. They can be a decent team at times, but they are strugs here. Kante in the box looking for his second and now fourth. Denied. Hazard could get to that and hasn't. Hacked away by the defender. I forgot to check at half-time to see what the Manchester City score was, annoyingly. I really wanted to have a glance at that to see if we were going to win the title here at home and lift the trophy in front of our own fans. We still, obviously, it doesn't matter whether I saw the score or not. If that is going to happen, then it will happen. Luka Modric drills it in. Willian, I'm not sure whether he was onside or not. He was. We'll pull it back, not find a teammate. Kante could win that, though. Unfortunately, he's not nodded it to a teammate. He's nodded it to an opposition player. So we shall stay just the 3 goals to 0 in front for now. Goal difference was slightly in our favour by like +2, I believe, ahead of Manchester City prior to this game. Obviously, it's it's not going to be +3 more as things stand. How on earth has that gone in? 3-1 here. Watford pulling one back. Ball in was, well, not the best. It's disappointing from the goalkeeper. Very disappointing from the goalkeeper. Watford have a lifeline. Right, out to Ketel. Back to Doucouré. Ketel. Deulofeu. Option here for Will Hughes. Oh, and he scores! The title is still under threat. Kepa again beaten at his near post on Will Hughes' weak foot. But I don't know what happened to my defence there. Just cut apart. But Kepa, the positioning of the man is awful. Absolutely terrible. He's offering that near post. Will Hughes obliges. It's 3-2. Game very much on here. Alonso with the throw. Hazard picks it up. Kante, Barkley's there. Kante caught in possession. Well, thankfully Rudiger steps in there, otherwise we might have been in trouble. Kovacic round the corner to Mauro Icardi. Hazard with a number of people around him, but he does find Mateo Kovacic. Just lofted into the middle. Wild from Barkley. I believe the phrase I used at half-time was coasting. This second half has been anything but a coast. Doucouré out wide to Kiko Femenia. 2 minutes added on, and Watford don't seem like they're in any rush to go forwards, sideways and backwards. And Marcus Alonso intercepts. That will be the final whistle. It doesn't look like it's the league title. Doesn't look like it's the league title. No, there will be other opportunities, is what they're saying. City must have won as well. We need just a point then from our final game. That could have been a lot more straightforward than it was. And City were playing our next opponents, Leicester. Right then, time to travel. Let's do it on the final day instead then, shall we? Kasper Schmeichel in goal for Leicester. Pereira, Maguire, Romagnoli and Pedraza at the back. 2 in midfield with Adrien Silva and Ndidi. Then 3 sat behind the man up top. Brighton, Maddison and Pereira. And that man up top, Jamie Vardy. Hazard. Great footwork. Modric out to Willian. Now I'd love to go... I'd love to go 1-0 up early doors is what I was about to say. And we have done. And of course, it's Eden Hazard that gets the goal. He was level with Harry Kane on 19 goals in the Premier League prior to this one. Harry Kane didn't score in Tottenham's 37th match. Hazard did score in ours and has now scored in our 38th as well. 20 league goals for Eden Hazard this season. And there's still plenty of time for him to grab one more. Brighton inside to Adrien Silva. Jamie Vardy ahead of him. And back to Silva. Good foot in. Rather poetically, it was Eden Hazard's goal against Tottenham that gave Leicester the chance to win the league when they did. Oh, squeezes under the keeper. It could have ended up going into the back of the net. And it's Leicester that Eden Hazard has scored against to potentially win us the league title this time around. Icardi across to Modric. Hazard, or Kovacic even. Hazard on the outside. There he is. We'll get the ball in the middle. Ooh, not sure about that cross. Azpilicueta will pick up the loose ball though. There's Willian, bobbled up off his feet. Into Hazard, first time. Oof. Fingertip stuff from Kasper Schmeichel, but he does keep it out. Aspi inside to Kovacic. Luka made a good run. Icardi's there. Eden Hazard is there. Hit that first time. Well held by Kasper Schmeichel. Brighton around the corner there looking for Maddison. Hazard trying to track back and get involved defensively. Marcos Alonso with a block on the cross, and it's a corner for Leicester. What can the Foxes do here? All Brighton to deliver. It's a good ball in too. Thiago Silva underneath it, who I believe is captain, so he'll be lifting the trophy at the end of the game, provided that we win the league, which at present we are on course to do. Ndidi, forward to Vardy. Maddison with a 1-2. Jamie Vardy could shoot here. Has the opportunity to place for Brighton. Goal for Leicester with just seconds remaining in the first half. Marco Brighton brings them back level. I thought Vardy was going to shoot. It's a lovely little 1-2, and I would have pulled the trigger there, but he's had the presence of mind to play through Brighton, and questionable goalkeeping again from Kepa, maybe? Yes, I think so. He's not had the best of times recently, Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. His rating's gone up, but his performance standard has certainly dropped. Intercepted by Aspi. Inside to Modric. I see the runner Kovacic. We'll give that to Icardi. Willian is around the corner. Pull it back. Oh, not able to find a teammate. I would very much like to win on the final day to win the title. You don't really want to win the league by drawing a game, do you? Maybe Luka. Oh, maybe Luka! The last signing we made might well have scored the last goal of our time at Chelsea to give us our first major trophy. Ndidi into Pereira. Back to Pedraza. Ndidi again. Oh, great ball in. Okazaki's touch. God, what is the keeper doing? Kepa is questionable. He was superb for me for almost the entirety of the season, but the past couple of episodes, he's made some really strange decisions, the goalkeeper. Jamie Vardy into a Brighton to Okazaki, who turns straight into Rudiger. Kante's kicked that straight to Ndidi, who flashes the ball past the post. We say we want to win the league by winning the final game and not crawling over the line. Well, we are in the process of doing that, but not necessarily very convincingly. Brighton into the middle. Oh, what a header off the bar. Vardy's there, poked away from him. Can we get to that loose ball? No. Okazaki's there. Vardy again. Get out, please. Jeeps. Willian will look for over the top. Up against Pedraza, who brings the ball down. Can I steal it off him? I can't. Leicester City looking to spoil our party, or at least taint our party. I think there's going to be a party anyway, regardless, because we will be winning the league. But it might have tainted it a little bit if we weren't to win on the final day. Hazard still looking like he might be getting the golden boot at the end of the season as well. If we could get in one more before the end, that would be great, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do so. Could play Willian in to get the team one more, though. Maybe. No. Corner. Penalty. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. We're going to see a replay. I guess it gives Eden Hazard the chance to score another goal. But did he get some of the... No, he didn't get any of the ball there. Okay, right then. Eden Hazard to score his 21st goal of the Premier League season. And almost certainly get the golden boot. Yes, he does. With the last kick of our season. I'm probably not going to touch the ball again. Eden Hazard makes it Chelsea 3, Leicester 1. And, referee, if you don't mind, Premier League champions. Unfortunately, Manchester City won on the penultimate day, so we weren't able to lift the trophy in front of our own fans. But those that were able to get a ticket away from home to Leicester will treasure that ticket because they're going to get to see the team lift the trophy as we win the Premier League in the first season of the Achieve and Leave series. Not necessarily as successful a season as we might have hoped to start the save, but we have won the league. It's a good place to start, and we can certainly build on that moving forward. The question is, who will we be managing next? We're not sure. Will we stay in England? Will we move to another European country? I don't think I've ever seen a country or a team from a country outside of the top 4 in Europe offered as a potential job to move to. Although, to be fair, I haven't really looked that often. What I could do is look actually in the CM RTG series and see what sort of jobs are available when I'm at League 1 level with Cambridge United. But Thiago Silva lifts the Premier League. Chelsea champions to start the Achieve and Leave series off. Eden Hazard, I'm certain, has won the Golden Boot, where Tottenham Spurs drew 1-1. So even if Harry Kane did score, Hazard got 2, so he'll win the Golden Boot outright. Oh, City only finished 3rd in the end, dropping down on goal difference behind Liverpool, but we win the league. Well done, boys. I'll go to the end of the season. We'll have a quick season roundup, and then we shall have a look and see what jobs are available. Right, we've advanced to the end of the season, and we have confirmation on screen. Visual confirmation that Eden Hazard has won the Golden Boot ahead of Harry Kane, Mo Salah, Gabriel Jesus, and Mauro Icardi, tied with Sadio Mane. You may have seen just there, Manchester United have won the Champions League this season. We'll give you a quick rundown of the way things ended up in England. Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Spurs. United 5th, although they will be playing Champions League football next year because they just won the Champions League. Arsenal 6th, then Everton. Relegated in the end were West Ham, Newcastle and Cardiff. Southampton managed to rise all the way up to 14th by the end of the season. They were relegation threatened towards the end last year. The Community Shield, our second trophy this season. The Emirates FA Cup. Who ended up winning the FA Cup in the end? It was Tottenham by a goal to 0 over Newcastle. The Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool. It was Wolves that knocked us out, I believe. Yes, Wolves knocked us out in the quarters. Liverpool end up winning that competition. The UEFA Super Cup this year was won by Real over Atleti. Champions League, as we saw, won by a goal to 0 by Manchester United over Real Madrid. The Europa League, competition that we wanted to win this year, was won by Inter Milan in the end. We got knocked out at the round of 16 by Arsenal, who then got knocked out by Inter, who ended up winning the competition overall. And then the Copa America, I believe, is just ongoing, or it hasn't even started yet, the Copa America. It's about to start the beginning of next season. The question is, where will we be next season? At this stage, we're not sure. We'll have a quick look to see the other leagues around England and then Europe. The Championship, Swansea and Leeds promoted. Forest, Villa, Middlesbrough and QPR will fight it out for a playoff spot. Bolton, Ipswich and Rotherham relegated in League 1. Scunthorpe and Barnsley promoted on goal difference ahead of Peterborough and Sunderland. Wow, what a promotion race in League 1. Peterborough, Sunderland, Charlton and Luton fighting it out for a playoff spot, and relegated out of League 1 are Rochdale, Gillingham, Wimbledon and Bristol Rovers. Promoted from League 2, Notts County, Bury and Mansfield, with MK Dons, Lincoln, Forest Green and Oldham fighting it out for the playoffs. Cambridge finished 22nd. Christ. Well, avoided relegation, that's the most important thing. In France, PSG went on goal difference ahead of Lyon. Went all the way there in France. In Germany, single point between Bayern and Dortmund. Seems almost every league title fight went down to the final day. On goal difference or head-to-head as well in Italy. 86 and 86, Inter and Roma, with Juventus only 3rd. And in Spain, Barca by a point. Every single title race was really, really close. As we saw, Eden Hazard got the Golden Boot. With regards to assists, it was Mane ahead of Kovacic. Clean sheets, Kepa gets the Golden Glove despite his dodgy end to the season. The board, not overly happy with us, to be fair, despite winning the Premier League. Youth development-wise, we were able to complete that objective. We got the brand exposure one as well. Financially, we've increased the club's worth by 68% of 25%, if that makes sense to you. We won the Premier League, we didn't win the FA Cup, and we didn't win the Europa League. So, I can understand with our lack of performance in the cup competitions why the board aren't delighted with us, but I think they should be happier than 80 with a Premier League win, to be completely honest. Have a quick look at how our players grew this year. Of course, players that we may never play with again, or perhaps might play with again. We shall find out over the course of 15 seasons. Kepa up 3 to 86. Caballero down 3 to 73. Rob Green down 2 as well. Zappacosta up 1. Falca up 2. I've called up so many youth players that I physically cannot add any more without releasing players. The squad is full, as you can see top left. 52 players in the team. Torben Falk, 57 rated, up 2. Peter Klein up 1 to 62. Ampadu up 2 to 67. Matt Miaska's up 1. Kurt Zuma's up 1 to 80 as well. Good growth from him. Christensen's up 2 to 82. A player that we might well sign later on, maybe seasons 5 or 6, when he becomes one of the world's best centre-backs. Connor Turner has the potential to become one of the world's best. A 5-star weak foot on him at 16 years of age as well. Prado, 5-star weak foot on him as well. +2 to 62. Edwards, one of the players that we're looking to perhaps take with us to our next team, Henry Edwards. Vega up 1, Rudiger up 2, Silva down 3, but still delighted with Thiago Silva this season. Was absolutely brilliant for me. David Luiz down 1. David Luiz, 32 years of age now. Wagner, Andreas Wagner up 2 to 58. Marcus Alonso, no change for him. Baba up 2, Emerson up 2, Rivera up 2. Ziegler, no change. Segura up 2, though. All of these youth players looking decent. N'Golo Kante stays at 89. No change in any of his stats. Bakayoko up 1. Palacios up 1. Pulisic up 3. Be interesting to see how he gets on back at Chelsea next season. Loftus-Cheek up 2. Gilmore up 4. Kovacic up 3. He'll go back to Real Madrid, of course, at the end of this season. Luka Modric down 1, but got 4 goals and 3 assists in his time at Chelsea. I was thrilled with Modric. Thought he was absolutely brilliant. Pashalic up 2. Cuesta up 2. Kennedy up 1 at Newcastle. McEachran up 4. Barkley up 2. Mason Mount up 2. A youngster that certainly has a bright future. Willian down 1. Although he did score 20 goals in all competitions and 8 assists. Great season for Willian. Musonda up 2. Pedro down 2. Wagner up 7. Another player that we're going to potentially be taking with us throughout this save. Murata up 1. Mauro Icardi up 1. He got 19 goals in all comps and 11 assists. Taylor Crosdale up 4. Michi up 1. Tammy Abraham up 2. Callum Hudson-Odoi up 4. Another player we might take with us elsewhere. Need Lazard. No change in any of his stats, but 22 goals and 13 assists. The player of the season. Ahead of Mauro Icardi, certainly. But the question to be asked is, what jobs are available? Where are we going to go? You guys will be able to vote in the top right. Click on the little eye symbol. You can vote where I move to. Do I go to Everton? They finished 7th this year. Their starting 11 is on screen. Certainly could be improved. Transfer budget is decent. They wanted the current manager to finish in a Champions League spot. They didn't. Now, I am aware, thanks to your guys' feedback, that there is a potential bug that if I sign for a club that have underperformed the previous season, I run the risk of that underperforming being classed as my underperforming and then getting subsequently sacked next season. We will play it by ear. We will play it by ear and see what happens. Potential job opening at Everton. Do I go there? Atletico Madrid is the second option. 60 million transfer budget. They finished 4th when the board wanted the league title. Barcelona is another option. The board wanted a league title. They got the league title at Barca. £165 million budget there. Also £165 million budget at Real Madrid. The board wanted the league title. They are options. We stay in England with Everton for next season, or we go to Spain with either Atleti, Barca, or Real Madrid. I have the opportunity to apply for one of those jobs, but which one I apply for is up to you. I'm not sure how that will work, actually, with just 2 days left. I presume I'll find out before the end of the season, or we'll find out next season. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. I've never done this before. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on Season 2 of Achieve and Leave. And vote and let me know where I'm going next.